You have seen people who are very successful and winning in everything. They don't create goals, they create systems. Think about that for a second. The most disciplined, most consistent, most successful people you know, they are not sitting there writing down big goals every January. They are building something deeper, something that works even on the days they don't feel like it, something that runs almost on autopilot. And I know what you might be thinking. Goals are important, right? Everyone talks about goals. Set a goal, chase the goal, hit the goal. But here's the thing I discovered that completely flipped my thinking. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. A while back, I was going through a rough patch. I kept setting goals: lose weight, read more books, wake up earlier, work on my business. And every single time, I would start strong for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then just fall off. I would get frustrated with myself. I think I was lazy. I think I lacked discipline. But one day I picked up this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And it said something that hit me like a truck. It said, "You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system." I read that line 3 times because I realized my problem was never motivation. My problem was never willpower. My problem was that I had zero system. I was relying on feeling inspired every single morning, and inspiration is the most unreliable thing on the planet. So I decided to stop chasing goals and start building a system. And the results honestly surprised me. Weight came off. I finished more books in 3 months than I had in the previous 2 years. My business started growing in ways that felt almost effortless. Not because I became a different person overnight, but because I built something that carried me even when I didn't feel like showing up. That is what I want to share with you today. 7 steps to build a system that actually works. Brick by brick. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you are going to look at your life completely differently. Grab a pen. You are going to want to write these down. So let's get into it. Step 1. Define your identity first. The very first thing you have to do is get honest about what you actually want your life to look like. Not goals, not targets. I am talking about identity. Who do you want to be? Because here is what most people do wrong. They say, "I want to run a marathon. I want to save $10,000. That is outcome thinking. But a system starts with identity thinking. It starts with asking, what kind of person do I want to become? Do I want to be someone who is fit and energetic? Someone who is financially smart? Someone who creates things? Once you anchor your system to an identity, every small action becomes a vote for the person you are becoming. That shift alone is massive. Because now you are not just chasing a finish line, you are building a character. Write that down. Identity first, everything else follows. Step 2. Take an honest look at where you are right now. Once you know who you want to be, the next thing is to look honestly at where you are right now. And I mean, really look. This is the step most people skip because it is uncomfortable. But you cannot build a bridge without knowing where you are standing. Write down your current habits, the ones you do automatically without thinking. What do you do in the morning? How do you spend your evenings? What do you reach for when you are stressed? When I did this exercise, I was embarrassed by what I found. I was scrolling my phone for almost 2 hours a day without even realizing it. I was eating out 5 times a week because I had no system for cooking. I was not reading because I had no dedicated time for it. Seeing it clearly on paper was like turning on a light in a dark room. And that clarity is what lets you build something better. Be honest with yourself on paper. No one else has to see it. Step 3. Here is where it gets really interesting. The third step is understanding that systems are created to achieve the goals, not replace it. I want you to hold that idea for a moment. Goals point the direction. Systems are the vehicle that actually gets you there. So instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, you build a system around it. You meal prep on Sundays. You walk for 30 minutes every day. You keep your workout clothes next to your bed so there is zero friction in the morning. The goal gives you the destination. The system is the engine. And here is the beautiful part. Once the system is running, you almost stop thinking about the goal. You just live the system. The result follows naturally. Write that down. Goals give direction. Systems create movement. Step 4. Design your environment to make the right choice the easy choice. This blew my mind when I first understood it. Your environment is shaping your behavior every single moment, whether you realize it or not. If there is junk food on your counter, you will eat it. If your phone is on your desk, you will check it. But flip it around. If your running shoes are by the door, you are more likely to run. If your book is on your pillow, you are more likely to read before bed. If your healthy food is cut and ready in the fridge, you are more likely to eat it. Successful people do not rely on heroic willpower. They design their space so the right choice is the easy choice. So look at your environment right now and ask yourself, does this space support the person I want to become? If the answer is no, change one thing today, just one. Step 5. Start so small it almost feels embarrassing. This is the one that most people resist. Because we want to go big. We want to do the 90-day challenge, the full workout plan from day 1, the strict diet with 0 cheat days. And we burn out in 2 weeks. I was amazed when I discovered how small the starting point actually needs to be. Want to start exercising? Do 2 minutes. Seriously. Put on your shoes, do 2 minutes of movement. That is it. Want to read more? Read 1 page, just 1. The goal is not the result in the first week. The goal is to make the behavior automatic, because once something is automatic, you can build on top of it. The science behind this is fascinating. Your brain is constantly looking for ways to make things habitual so it can save energy. Give it a tiny habit to repeat, and it will lock it in faster than you think. Then you grow from there. Write this down. Small and consistent beats big and burnt out every single time. Step 6. Make your system enjoyable so you actually stick to it. You need to make your system enjoyable. And I do not mean easy, I mean enjoyable. Because humans are wired to repeat what feels good. If your system feels like punishment every single day, you will abandon it. So you need to find ways to add a layer of satisfaction to it. Listen to a podcast you love only during your workout. Have a specific cup of coffee you only drink while reading. Track your habits and feel the satisfaction of checking them off. These little rewards are not distractions. They are the glue that holds your system together. The more you can link your habits to a feeling of reward, even a small one, the stickier they become. You start doing it because part of you actually looks forward to it. That is the secret most people miss completely. Make it something you want to come back to. Step 7. Build in a review so your system never goes off track. This is the one that ties everything together. A system without reflection is just routine, and routine can drift. You need a weekly or monthly moment where you sit down and ask yourself, is my system working? What is going well? What is breaking down? Where am I falling off and why? This is not about being hard on yourself. It is about being a scientist of your own life. You are running an experiment. You are gathering data, and when something is not working, you adjust it. You do not rebuild the whole system. You tweak one brick. Write this down. Review, reflect, refine. This habit of reviewing is what separates people who build systems that last for years from people who quit after a week. Okay, let's recall the steps we have seen. If you have been taking notes, now you have 7 steps. Define your identity. Realize where you are. Understand that systems serve the goal. Design your environment. Start embarrassingly small. make it enjoyable, and review it regularly. Goals are important, but a goal alone is like knowing your destination without having a car. It gives you something to aim at, but it does not move you. A system is what moves you. And when that system is running, progress stops feeling like a struggle. It starts feeling like momentum. I think about the people who have transformed their health, built businesses from nothing, written books, learned languages, changed careers. Almost none of them did it through sheer willpower. They did it by building a system that worked for their life. And you can do the same thing. So here is my question for you. Which step will you start today? Not next month. Today. Drop it in the comments below and tell me which step you are starting with. I love to read every single comment, and if this helped you, watch the next video right here. We are going deeper into how to break phone addiction. I promise it is going to be just as eye-opening as this one. See you there.